that is the end of the games. We're going to move on to movies next. We didn't actually watch that many movies this year.
No.
Okay, so new movies. We watched Violent Night last year.
Last Christmas.
Yep.
A year ago yesterday.
I guess it came out in 2022, so this is technically a new movie to us. So okay, we'll skip on this one for now. And we'll go to Red One.
Yes, because that is a new movie that we have seen.
Yes, sorry. Apparently, yeah, Violent Night came out in 2022
We
instead of.
didn't know that it came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, we thought it came out last year. Whatever. Red One. We really enjoyed it. My goodness, this was a very fun and funny movie, and just had a lot of action and just feel good, like good scenes, and it had a really good message behind it, in my opinion. I really enjoyed Red One. I think that a lot of people could really enjoy this movie, but apparently not a lot of people did. Maybe I'm crazy. um,
I wonder if some of the this is not to make any cause any shade, but I wonder if some of the people who didn't like the movie were some of the people who needed to see it.
yeah, I think you're not wrong. I think that's actually probably what it is. It's probably the same thing with The Grinch Who Stole Christmas and another movie which we'll be talking about later, Muppet's Christmas Carol. Those two movies are movies people need to see, and this is definitely another one of those movies that people need to see because it's got a good message behind it. And I think a lot of people didn't like it because of that message. So yeah, not to throw any shade on people, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the hate toward this movie is because it's got such a good message behind it. Uh, I don't know. What would you rate it, Starlight?
I would rate it a S plus.
S plus. All right, fair.
What would you rate it?
Because of its good message, I'm actually gonna give it a double S.
Hmm. All right.
Like the message in it is just so good about like remembering like to look at people and just kind of see things from their shoes. Got to go. All right, have a good one, King's Dog. Have a good night.
Thank you for dropping in.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in. And just remember to look at people with kind eyes, I think, is the biggest message behind it. You know? Uh, and it's just a lot of people lose that. And it's important to look at people with kind eyes and try to understand things from their point of view. And I've mentioned this a lot on stream, but one of my favorite moments, I think one of your favorite moments you've mentioned of my time in streaming, is when I was talking to some people on stream about how I want to make a community of kindness, and just uh, make it so that people can be happier, and just I don't know, just a community of kindness and caring. I think it was where people actually care about each other and are kind to one another instead of just the the awful violence and toxicity that I see everywhere. I don't want that in my communities. So yeah, I think Red One did a really good job of promoting that kind of thing. Now,
I
on the flip side,
on the flip side.
Violent Night is very much a good old fashioned beat 'em up action movie.
It almost feels like a slasher.
Yeah, almost. Um,
Like a reverse slasher.
I guess we should real quick. We should kind of talk about the premise of Red One because I was about to talk about the premise of Violent Night. The premise of Red One is Santa gets kidnapped and two guys team up. Two guys from two completely different walks of life. One is a uh Santa's bodyguard, and the other one is a criminal, basically someone on the naughty list even. to save Santa, to save Christmas even. So yeah, it's really fun, really enjoyable. All right. And then Violent Night is this rich family gets kidnapped, or not even kidnapped, but gets like their home invaded.
Yeah, their home is invaded and a guy wants to steal the money from their safe.
Yep. And this girl is like praying to Santa or something.
She's using a walkie-talkie her dad set up for
Oh,
her,
that's right.
and Santa happens to hear her through the radio of one of the guys
Yep.
and starts talking to her.
Yeah, because he was literally just delivering presents, right? And then the guy starts attacking him.
Yep.
Yep. I remember this. Yeah. Santa was literally delivering presents and he gets attacked by one of the home invaders. And then he hears a little girl asking for help. And what grizzled old man with a heart of gold and the affinity to beat the crap out of people can't resist a child asking for help when there are people trying to harm her or them, you know?
Mhm.
And so it's just, I don't know. I think it's a really fun movie.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I
A-
re-
And there's a similar message to it in Red 1 because I
Mhm.
know Santa had talked about not wanting to do it anymore because he felt like not enough people believed. And that's kind of one of the things
Yeah,
on the flip side. You know, aside from the absolute brutal takedowns.
yeah. This Santa didn't really want to do it anymore, but he was bound to do it. But then the other Santa, uh, wanted to keep doing it, but it was his bodyguard that was wanting to retire. The guy who's played by The Rock.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I think this is a good movie. What would you rate it?
I would rate it at S mi or for we did Red 1
We
already.
did Red One,
Yeah, for Violent Night, I would give it an A+. plus.
an A plus. Okay,
So it was fun, there were some really funny bits.
I think I can agree with that. A plus for Violent Night. So I'm just gonna do Violent Night A plus. Very good. Yeah, A plus, right? Yes. Okay. Violent Night A plus. Very good movie. We both enjoyed it a lot. We do recommend it. Eh, it's very much a pretty gory movie.
Yeah,
Very full of
the
action.
last the last death is very brutal.
Oh, it's very brutal, but it's woof. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Honestly, it was just kind of nice to see a different kind of Santa movie, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
It's nice to see Santa kick butt.
yeah, it was nice. So yeah, that was very good. All right, new movies to us.
Bullet Train.
Technically, the first one is Dune Part 1.
We saw Bullet Train first, but whatever.
Okay, fine, we'll do Bullet Train first. Bullet Train. Oh my gosh, this movie. This had so many like Easter eggs in this movie for itself and for other things. And it was very fun.
It was hilarious. And just a thing to consider for those of you who aren't aware, Violent Night was made by the same people who did Bullet Train, and I believe some of those people were involved in the Deadpool movies.
Yeah, and this is why we watched them around the same time in the past 12 months. Like we watched them within a week of each other, I think, right? Like within a few
Yep.
days of each other
Yep.
even.
Like a day or two.
Yeah. So we watched them like last December. And we watched them within a day of each other, a day or two of each other. I really enjoyed Bullet Train.
No, I loved Bullet Train.
Yeah,
It's very funny.
it's not even an accidental spy. It's a spy who gets into a lot of accidents, I guess is the best way to
Yeah.
put it.
And there's a big theme of luck and fate and karma, like all of those things
Yeah.
into one.
That theme was prevalent throughout the entire thing for sure.
Yeah. I definitely think my favorite part was near the end of the movie with the fight scenes set to the Japanese cover of I Need a Hero.
Oh yeah,
That part was amazing.
that was pretty good. That was enjoyable. I like
That was
that.
like peak cinema right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember my favorite parts, but I really liked what was his name? Orange? Not Orange. It was Tangerine?
Tangerine.
Tangerine. I really liked
Lemon and
Tangerine's character.
tangerine.
Yeah, I really liked Tangerine's character. I liked the Tangerine theme that was throughout the entire movie. Um,
With the
with
truck.
the truck. Oh, Tangerine. With the truck. If you watch the movie and you know, you know. If you know, you know. I don't want to give spoilers because it is like a fairly recent movie, like 2 years ago. Um, I don't want to give any spoilers, but the truck at the end, the tangerines, and if you know anything about Tangerine, and if you've seen the movie, and if you've put that all together, if you know, you know, it's just a very good moment. Oh, it's so satisfying.
Very
I really
satisfying.
liked that movie a lot. What about you? What's your rating?
I want to give this a double S at the
Ooh,
very least.
all right.
Because it's really good. All the loose ends get tied up really well. The sort of high stakes moment you feel for one of the characters gets resolved in a really satisfying way. I was clapping when we got to that part.
Fair. I think I can agree with that. Double S is, yeah. All right, and that, and okay. All right. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I like Bullet Train. All right, next one, Dune Part One,
Ah, yes.
and then of course Dune Part Two. But for now, Dune Part One.
Well, we gotta do the first part.
Yes.
What a movie. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
technically, Dune Part Two was a new movie. It came out in 2024. So, well, whatever. It works out because we're going through Dune Part One. Anyway,
Yeah.
you were saying.
Dune, both of those movies
Mm-hmm.
are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our my parents remember the old Dune movie from the 80s, directed by uh David Lynch. I
Yeah.
forgot his name.
And I remember the like episodic version.
Yeah, we I think my parents have the DVDs for the series.
Yep. I think they mentioned that. Oh, excuse me. Are you gonna continue? Mm.
Yeah, but just I've never read the books. I know
Me
my
neither.
parents, they read a couple of the books and they do have pointed out that it gets weirder the further it goes.
Yeah, I do know that much.
But I really enjoyed the first movie. The cinematography was
Oh yeah.
really good. The music, I
Mm-hmm.
love the Bene Gesserit theme. That's one of my like I'll play that song over because it's so fun and
It's good music.
freaky.
Yeah.
And of course, like the theme of Paul
Mm-hmm.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Dune Part One.
All of the actors were really good. Everyone everyone had a part to play and they all did really well.
Yeah, I don't remember having any complaints about this movie at all. It was a good movie. What'd you rate it?
I would give it an S plus.
An S plus. All right. I think I can agree with that. All right, Dune Part Two.
Here we go. This movie, it picks up and just builds
Oh yeah.
on top of the last one, and it touches more into the themes that the whole book wanted to convey, that and something that I kind of missed when I was watching it, but thinking about it like, "Oh, that's absolutely right."
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, like, it's the dangers of, like, making yourself a savior type figure,
Yep.
and, like, at some point, Paul's gonna take himself too far,
Yep.
and we see that he alienates the people around him
Yep.
and gets driven mostly by his quest for vengeance.
Yep.
Yeah.
All that being said, the cinematography, the writing, the directing,
Everything
everything
is
was
a
really
good.
good.
Yeah, I'm not saying those
No,
things
yeah, no,
about the
no.
plot that it's bad.
No, yeah, it's just all that being said, it was still a very good movie.
Mhm.
It's just like just a reminder of like there's a whole theme around like, oh yeah, be careful of like that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like my favorite part was the worms. If you know, you know. My favorite
Yes.
part of part two was the worms. If you know, you know. It was oh satisfying moments.
It was very satisfying.
I don't know. It was just a good moment. It was hilarious and funny, and I don't know. I
Mhm.
liked it a lot. It was so good.
I really liked the way that they shot the arena scene on the Harkonnen planet, where the sun was so bright that everything was black and white.
Yep, you can see it right
I
here.
thought that was yeah, that I thought that was beautifully done.
Yeah, I agree. That was actually excellent.
And that actor
Oh,
nailed it.
yeah, he nailed the crazy.
I think he stole the show.
Yeah,
In every scene he was in, he stole the show.
yeah, he nailed the crazy. He definitely did a
Get your
great
heart
job.
out, Sting.
Yeah. All right.
'Cause Sting did play that character in the
Yeah.
original.
So, what would you rate it?
I would rate it a triple S.
I can agree with this. Yes, that's our first triple S. It was a good movie. Like, just no complaints. It was very enjoyable to watch. You knew what you were going in for, and it was just enjoyable to watch. All right. Next on the list, we got those done. All right, let's go from the top to bottom. This is now our rewatched movies of this past year.
Yay! I
First
think
up,
most of them are Christmas movies.
yep, because we don't watch a whole lot of movies except around Christmas because that's kind of our uh what is it? Tradition? Tradition.
Yeah,
Tradition. Tradition.
we do a yeah, we do a Christmas movie binge on Christmas Eve.
Yep. So, first one we watched was Muppets Christmas Carol.
Classic.
Such a classic movie.
It is incredibly faithful to the original material,
Yep.
and it does it in a very fun and memorable way.
Yep. Very enjoyable with a good message.
Mhm.
And the most important thing, the Mises get the cheeses.
Yes, the cheeses for the Mises.
Yep. Cheese.
Please, sir, I want some cheese.
The Mises get the cheeses is very good. Is a very good show. And it just reminds me of like the kind of person I want to be is the Scrooge uh after the three spirits visited him. I just don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
money. If I had money, that's the kind of thing I'd be doing. I absolutely would. And it's just so sad. Uh, but it's such a good movie. And I feel like a lot of people who do have money need to watch this movie to have a reminder of, oh yeah, there's a reason to be on this earth other than money.
I did we watch Robots this year?
No. We watched it like 2 years ago. or a year and a half ago at least.
Okay, I'm sorry then. Forget I said anything.
That's okay. It's a good movie with a good message as well, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I know up until we had seen it, you hadn't seen the whole thing all the way through before.
fair. That was yeah. That was like a last summer or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But yeah, so I feel like people need to watch this movie or at least A Christmas Carol, any Christmas Carol, but especially this one. This one's great.
Yeah. The Jim Carrey version with the rotoscope or with the mocap is also really good. I
Ooh,
love how spooky it
yeah,
is.
that one's a little bit more freaky. This one's at least more family friendly and fun, but that one's definitely more spooky.
Yeah, if you want something more on the spooky side, I do recommend the Jim Carrey A Christmas Carol.
hmm Yeah, we definitely had a lot of fun with this. We were singing along with it and having snacks, and we were watching it with your mom as well, if I remember right.
Yep, we were. She was having a good time.
It was a good movie.
Mhm.
Glad we could watch it. So what would you rate it? What would you rate The Muppet Christmas Carol? And just as a reminder to folks, the score rating is it caps out at 100, and then any points over 100 is just extra gravy points.
Oh
So it's
man.
just 0 through 100 normal score, like
I would give it a straight Eli.
straight up Eli. All right, I yeah, I'll give it straight up Eli as well.
Because it's the music's fun, it's so faithful to the material, and the not just Michael Caine, but all the human actors and like the Muppets, like they work well together.
Everyone did a good job. And it's just
Mhm.
very funny, and they kept it true to the Muppet style as well, with a couple of like breaking character moments, if you remember. And
Yeah.
it was just good. It was just a
I Dickens.
yeah, it was true to Muppet style while still being true to the Charles Dickens writing. It's just fun. It was just fun, well done, well made. There's a reason it's a classic, and people still watch it 22 years later. Highly recommend it. That's why it gets the um the 150 or the 100 points, and then the 145 points, you think?
Yeah.
So the 100 points with the 45 extra bonus points on top. Because that was you could tell people put their heart and soul into that movie.
Mhm.
Oh, I miss when people did that and it wasn't just made because of money. It's sad nowadays. Not a whole lot of
Yeah.
good movies came out this year. It's really sad.
No.
Okay. Next movie. Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh,
We watched this one twice on Halloween and Christmas.
did we watch it on Halloween this year?
We did.
I don't remember that, but I'll trust you.
Maybe we did. I
I
don't
think we
remember.
watched it on Halloween last year.
That's right.
Yeah, we watched it on Halloween last year and then Christmas this year.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Yeah, no, I was watching the Percy Jackson series with my mom on Halloween.
Yeah, that sounds right. Because I think I was streaming on Halloween, wasn't I?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, so we didn't really watch anything on Halloween this year. Yeah. Um, yeah, I really liked Nightmare Before Christmas. Very good musical movie. Very good message of like, you know, you're burned out, try something new, and then go back to the thing you're doing.
Yeah, don't take it too far.
Don't take it too far and just like overwhelm yourself in something else, because otherwise you're gonna burn yourself out even more potentially.
Yeah. No, that's literally what happens.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe that's not the message, but that's kind of what I get from it. And just being aware of people around you, people who around you who care about you, um, and being more aware that people do things for you because they care, and being like, oh, I should be nicer to the people around me. You know,
Yeah.
especially with I'm at a loss for her name. Wow.
Sally.
Sally, yes, especially with Sally. He realizes at the end he had kind of been not treating her as well as he could have. So yeah, I really like that. What would you rate The Nightmare Before Christmas?
I would give it a SS plus.
All right. I think I can agree with that also.
I still remember the first time I watched it and how hard my heart was pounding up to the very end because of yeah.
Yeah. I think Oogie Boogie's a great villain, really well made. I really like the inclusion in Kingdom Hearts for all of this whole world. I think it's better in Kingdom Hearts 2 from what I remember, because it's just better from what I remember. I don't remember everything. I just remember that you could actually like visit the world for and actually do stuff in it in Kingdom Hearts 2 instead of not in Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't remember. It's vague memories. Um so yeah, I can agree. Nightmare Before Christmas S plus. It's a good one. Wait, did you say triple S plus or double S plus?
I think I said double S plus.
Oh, okay. My bad. There we go. Fix that.
There you go.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like 120. Like max
Mhm.
out the SS plus. All right. Next movie.
And it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, specifically the live action one with Jim Carrey.
Yep.
And this is only the second year that the second time that I've seen the full movie all the way through.
It's such a good movie.
It is.
It's very fun.
Yeah. Biggest part of it, of course, is Jim Carrey's humor.
Yeah. I like my favorite scene is absolutely the tablecloth scene.
Yes.
Where he pulls the tablecloth out from underneath all the objects on the table. That wasn't intended. Like it was intended for all those objects to fall off the table. It was intended for it to make a huge mess, but with Carrie's comedic timing, he ran back or stomped back, I should say, clarify. He stomped back and knocked everything off the table again. Or off the table because it didn't fall off because he pulled off the tablecloth trick and it was wonderful. And it just makes the scene that much funnier.
Mhm.
Oh, such a good movie.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about this movie about?
Yeah, and the thing that I've said before, that I like that the Grinch isn't the only person who doesn't like Christmas for the
Yeah.
reasons that he doesn't like. Well, not to say that Cindy Lou Who doesn't like Christmas, but
She
she's
just doesn't understand Christmas.
struggling.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, I don't think this is what Christmas is about."
Yes.
And then the fact that she was able to get other people to realize that was really cool. And
Mm-hmm.
that, especially with her dad, who was always on her side.
Yeah, it was really good.
He's a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Lou Who was a good dad.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Really good movie. I liked it a lot. It's got a good overall good message, really, about being together and being kind to people who are different.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot. All right, what would you rate Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey?
I would rate it a S plus.
Ooh, really? Okay.
It's very fun. As I could quote Jim Carrey all day. 5 o'clock, solve world
Mm.
hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, exercise. And the fact he was able to put make the Grinch so much more than the original rhyme came up with, and added on to his character
Actually make
and
a
made him
personality.
relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was just really, really well done, honestly. I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. I love the movie. And part of it is Jim Carrey. He is the Grinch for me. Like, he was the perfect Grinch. He just did so well. And I know, like, one of his biggest issues with it was all the makeup and stuff, and he really didn't like it. Um, but I know he's
The fact that he still did it even with all the makeup shows how much of a trooper he was.
mhm. And yeah, so and he did an amazing job as the Grinch. So yeah, definitely a very good movie. Definitely a very good movie. Liked a lot. All right, moving on to the next movie. We are now on Die Hard, and yes, it is a Christmas movie. There's Christmas music throughout the entire movie, including at the end. And like, when they open the vault, Christmas music plays, and they say Merry Christmas throughout the entire movie, and they talk about Christmas throughout the entire movie.
Yeah. And you could argue that the fact that John McClane realizes how how much his wife does, and the fact that he didn't acknowledge that and he wants to acknowledge her is a Christmas-esque message.
Yeah, absolutely. I and it's got so many iconic scenes, and it's such a good movie. And this is the one we watched. Well, we usually watch it toward the end of the night, but we got really tired on Christmas Eve, so we watched it on Christmas Day.
Yeah, just how late everything ended up being. We were falling asleep like not even half an hour into the movie.
To be fair, it
Like
was like 11 o'clock at night.
it was very late and we're like, we gotta go to bed.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, we really liked the movie. It was very fun.
I really like it. Bruce Willis is amazing. Alan Rickman is
Oh,
iconic.
Alan
I miss
Rickman.
him so
Yeah,
much.
he did great in everything that I remember he did. Like, he just great actor. All right, what would you rate it, Starlight?
I would rate it a triple S.
I can agree with this. I can absolutely agree with this. It's a good movie.
Yeah, because there's things that we were laughing about this time around that we didn't before. Like McLean absolutely ripping Dwayne a new one over the radio.
Yeah. Like, every time I watch it, I just find something new to enjoy in the movie. It's just so enjoyable. Part of it's my memory sucks, to be fair, but it's just such a good movie.
We got to inform my dad that they dropped Alan Rickman a second earlier than they said they would for the drop.
Yeah, they said they would
And that
drop him on 3, but they dropped him on 2, and that's why they got such a good reaction to him falling.
that's his genuine shock.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very good, very good, very well made movie. All right. We can probably skip over the other movie because we didn't really watch all of it. The parts of Lord of the Rings. All right.
Oh yeah, we didn't. I'm not gonna count that one because we were just kind of watching it while my parents were watching it while they were on a Tolkien binge.
Yep. So we can skip over that. Um,
Maybe that'll be our goal for next year is to watch Lord of the Rings movies.
maybe.